Hello guitarists, and welcome to our first tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how the strings are named and how to do your first scale. Okay, so first off, the names of the strings are E, A, D, G, B, E, and there's a silly, slightly sad way to remember the names of the strings. It's a story about a friend of mine named Eddie, not real. So we remember it this way. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. I know it's sad, but it might help you remember the names of the strings. So the exercise we're going to be doing today is on the A string, which is the second one down. And you're going to leave your right hand over here on this string, and you're just going to repeatedly play that. Okay, so as we play these notes, the purpose of this activity is to help you to know the names of the notes and to associate in your mind the names of the notes with the sound that they make. If you practice this enough, you could end up being one of those people where somebody walks up and says, "Hey, what does an A note sound like?" And you might say, "A." And then if you're right on, that would be pretty awesome. And it helps you in multiple areas of music as well. This also just helps with your dexterity with your right hand, keeping all fingers strong so that you can play all the different chords. We treat all 4 fingers equally. The thumb gets a little bit of a break, not a finger like the rest, I guess. I don't know. So while you're doing this, make sure the sound of each note is clear and good. You don't want any buzzing. You want to be as close as you can to the edge of the fret without going over. We call that finger dude on fret cliff. If you're going to look at a cliff, you don't walk off the edge to get a good look at the cliff, and you don't stand so far back that you can't see it. You get as close as you can without going over. Now, on an actual cliff, the best way is to lay down and then crawl to the edge with your parents holding your ankles to keep you safe. So here we go. This is your first scale that you're going to be practicing. And while you're doing this, again, the handy thing to do is to sing along with the names of the notes so that you can learn those and get those established in your mind. We always start open. So we're going to start with A, open, A sharp, B, C. Now, A sharp, B, C. That doesn't seem to make very much sense now, does it? There's something in music called a sharp. It's a little bit higher than the regular note. Now, if you sat on something sharp, you would go a little bit higher, right? So an A sharp is a little bit higher than the regular A. And while we're playing, there's something weird in music. You can't B sharp. You can't B sharp, and you can't E sharp. So that's another way to remember what sharps are missing. So A has a sharp, B doesn't have a sharp, C has a sharp, D has a sharp, E doesn't have a sharp, F has a sharp, and G has a sharp. And instead of going to H after G, we go to A. So if you find yourself moving to, say, H, just stop yourself short. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In music, that's how it works. So let's start over again on the A string. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. And you'll know you've made it when the sound is similar to the one you started with. A. All right, so that's what I want you guys practicing for now. Remember the names of the strings and your first scales. Sing along with it. Make sure there's no buzzing. And keep practicing, guys. That's the biggest thing. All right, take care.